Welcome to my live. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Canada. You can tell I'm raring to go tonight. I've got the paper down already. It's like, wee-haw, let's do this. Let's straighten a little bit. That should be better. Anyway, how are you? How are you? How are you handling the heat? The heat. I didn't go outside, so I don't know what it's like. Anyway, question for you. Did you receive my newsletter in your email? Be sure to check like your junk files or spam, whatever they call it, if it didn't go in. Even when I send it to myself as well. And in Gmail, it goes straight to the, what are they called? Spam. No, to promotions actually is where it goes. Anyway, so if you don't have my newsletter, you're going to want to sign up. Why? What's up? What's going on? Let's say some hellos while we're waiting. Hello, Rosemary, and hello, Marcy. Well, so why would you want to get my newsletter? What is going on? Two big things. One, I'm doing a thank you giveaway. I'm so close to getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's just a number. You know how you set goals, it's a number. Anyway, if you can help me get there, that'd be fabulous. And your name goes in a draw. So you subscribe to my Lolly and Sand channel on YouTube, and then you need to email me or message me on Facebook to say, hey, I subscribed. If you've already subscribed, no worries. No worries. You can just share one of my YouTube videos and then come back and tell me you did as well. And then your name goes in the draw. And when I hit 1,000, whenever that is, I do the draw. Yeehaw. Oh, we got some more people here. We've got Elsie and Mary and Bea. Hello, ladies. Okay, number 2, BOGO. You got it. I know, I just did a BOGO in May? I think it was May. Anyway, the mini catalog is now retired. Thus, now I can BOGO the products. Plus, I've been hanging on to a bunch of things, thinking I'm going to use these. I love these. Well, guess what? I put those in the sale too. So you haven't seen those before on my BOGO. So it's bigger and better. BOGO starts this Thursday, July the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the details are on my blog, and I will put the links after the video. Okay, so I've already die cut this. This is basic white, and I die cut it using, and I'll show you which one. These are the stitched rectangles. It looks like it's this one because this is the one that's not sitting properly. Yes, so that would be the 3rd largest. So I die cut with that. So I did some of this ahead of time just to make things nice and speedy. At the end of the video, I will show you the other card, and I actually had the other card ready to go, and I changed my mind on the colors this afternoon. Go figure, huh? Go figure. Alrighty, so here we go. So I've got my paper. Now, oh, I should show you what we're using. Henna Hearts. You may have overlooked this in the catalog. I like a good challenge, and for me, well, one, this looked kind of like watercolory, because that's a word. And then this is just so beautifully detailed. You can color in here, stamp it, you can heat emboss it, you've got options. And then we have these other 2 items. So it's just so pretty, so very pretty. And I thought, I'm going to do a card tonight on that. Well, I actually planned it days ago, and then I changed the card this afternoon. Alrighty, so here's a couple colors you might not be expecting. This is Fresh Freesia. And I paired it with Gorgeous Grape. Well, actually, now that I look at them like this, they definitely look like they go together. So, one at a time. You know why we open one at a time. Did I do that on a video? I can't remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I had a little issue right before the video, too. There were some electricians in the house today, and they were feeding wiring from the garage, which is that way, to the furnace room, which is that way. and they had to open up the ceiling tiles. And that's when all the accumulated dryer lint fell in my craft room. It's apparently just loaded there. So it's not venting to the outside like it should be. I want to do that again because I delayed. It's venting inside the house, inside the ceiling of my craft room. We are going to get that fixed. I have to tarp everything. And of course, wouldn't you know, I had my BOGO stuff over on the table beside me, which took the brunt of the mess. Okay, so stamping in fresh freesia. Anyway, we'll fix it. You don't need to know about my problems with my... it's always something, isn't it? So I'm going to go there. And you'll see why I'm stamping off. Stamping off. And let's go... Let's go up higher. Let's go here. Pretty. Now, close this. I am going to do the inside of the card too. I just want to keep them separate. They're so close in color. When they're opened, I cannot tell the difference. Oh, wait, Lisa's joined us. Hey, Lisa, how are you today? This evening. Well, it's this evening here. Uh-oh, there's a hair on there. Got it. All right. So this is the stamp that you saw right in the center. So this piece comes out. Thus, it's out. And you can, even though I put this on a small block, you can get it straight by just following that heart. If you line that up, straight up and down, you will get a lovely, not sideways, not messed up image. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. I know it needs to be straight for me too. So go like that and like that. Here. Pick a spot, Sandy. Pick a spot. There we go. Now you can see why I did that so light. If I'd done that full strength, that it wouldn't have shown up quite as well. Okay, so there's that one. We have a little more stamping to do, and we are going to heat emboss. We are. Okay, so this is the other. There was 3 images. This is one of the other images. And I'm not concerned that it's straight up and down. And I was going to put it down here, but I think I've gone pretty low here. So I'm going to forego that. And now this, and darned if I can't think of what stamp set it's from. It's from one of the new ones. I will find out. Oh, we have, oh, hello, Belinda from WA. Is that Washington? I'm not really good with states. I think Washington. Okay, so I put lots of ink on there, so I'm going to stamp off a couple times. I'd rather have it too light than dark. And I can always do it again anyway. So I'm going to stamp inside that heart there, just for a little bit of detail. And we'll just keep stamping. Put a little bit down here and back in, and then stamp, stamp. And I'm just a little bit up here. I don't want to go crazy. Don't want to go crazy. Washington, yay! I got it, yay! There we go. Isn't that pretty? Like, I would never have guessed. You know, I mean, I used my imagination, you could say, when I was deciding what to do with this, and I just thought, that's so pretty. And I think we'll do the inside of the card too. We're going to do all that. We'll get the stamping out of the way. All right, so I haven't planned this, so let's see what we come up with. Chances are, I think I might just go with this. I think so. I don't want it to be too much, but this time I'm going to stamp off. There, and we don't need all of it. Oh, and straight up and down would be nice. Oh, that's pretty. But let's go back into these little dots. And again, I will figure out. I'm sure the stamp set was right here and I moved it. I don't want to go in there, but I will go like here and here. Maybe another one, turn it. You always want to turn it and not get the same thing over and over. There we go. So that is you've seen the front of the card. And, well, kind of. Ooh, I should talk about, it's not going to look like that, by the way. Make sure there's no ink. Good. Okay, so this piece, you know I always give you my measurements in the video. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And I did use the bone folder already to hold that nice and flat. We're going to do, actually keep that. We're going to do a little bit of heat embossing, and it's going to be right here. So, I'll show you the set. I love big words that take up lots of real estate. I'm using this one. I didn't think it was that big though. Let's take a look. Oh, here it is right here. Son of a gun, it is that big. Okay, well, I'm using Love You. Just thought that was very pretty. I like what it says. Oh, that's called Create with Friends, by the way. And it is photopolymer, which is great, especially for what I'm doing, which is I'm going to put both words on here. So let's get started. The first thing, and we don't have these anymore. You can get these at a craft store, I would assume. So this is to stop the static that will make the powder stick in all the wrong places. And that's the in this case, silver Stampin' Emboss powder. These are now, you get 3 different colors. Bronze, silver, and gold, I think, with this 3-pack. Which I think is really smart. It's a good way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do Love first, and you won't be able to see it, and I won't be able to see it, but we're going to take a chance. I just know that I want you down here, so let's go here. Let's pick a spot. Pick a spot. There's one. Can't see a thing. It's kind of, oh, this is Versamark. Look how horrible that is. I've so messed it up. And I didn't push really hard there. And you should be hopefully lined up. And yes, you know, I always tell you not to rock and roll. I did a little bit. This doesn't affect it, by the way, this color. Nothing is transferring. Just don't leave them open when you're heat embossing, because you might make a mess. Okay, so this is the silver powder. And I'm just going to, you don't need a ton. You can always do it twice if you have to. Looks like good coverage to me. So, everybody back in the boat. You hardly use any of this, as that's one of the many reasons that I like heat embossing. It lasts forever. I don't think I've ever been through one of these. Ever. All right. So, now I feel a little bit crunchy. Heat tool, yes, very hot. Keep your fingers away from here and here. It's got this little leg stand. It's a stand. So when you're done using it, set it up. Just let it rest. So I'm going to start it off camera and just let it heat up a little bit. It's really cold here in my basement studio. Very cold. Very, very cold. All right, so you notice where my fingers are. I'm keeping them back. There we go. There's the magic. Does anyone not love that? Oh, I hope you can see that. The powder melts and it's shiny and beautiful, and we are, hang on, done. And we'll set that way over, out of the way. Check that out. Like, isn't that pretty? I don't do that often, just so you know. I don't do it that way. All right, so let's bring in the rest of the pieces. This is Gorgeous Grape, which would make sense because it goes with this. I did try it with this, but with the Fresh Freesia being this big and this close to the edge, it kind of disappeared. Thus, this direction. And I could do this. Actually, I have my daughter help me with this. Believe it or not, she doesn't even make cards, and she wanted it like this, offset. But I had to add more. So if you haven't seen this, maybe you can't, put something dark behind it, right? So you can see it a little bit better now. This is the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. And I was worried for this card that these big flowers would overpower it. But wait till you see. Oh, you know what? I still see dryer lint dust falling. There it is. Oop, this way. I find there is an upside and a downside to this. This looks up because leaves. One thing you can do with this, which is really cool, is you can use your blending brushes on it. You can use your foam rollers, and you can use blends. You can use your daubers. I was practicing playing around, and I had done, I had used my blend brushes, and it looked really pretty. So the size of this is basic white again. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So just a small border. So let's add that. And you know me, I like my wiggle time. Now you could use the deboss side too. Just noticing how, wait, yeah, this is the deboss side. Had to look again, which means they're not raised. Well, some are raised, but the opposite to what you see on the front. So both are really pretty. You know what? Let's change it from the original. I know I didn't show you the original because, well, it looks a lot like this, so that's no fun. Sometimes I like to just keep you in suspense. Put it on the correct side, yes. Alrighty. So with the multi-purpose liquid glue, aka Tombow, you have wiggle time. You might not need it. I usually need it. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, and dusty. There. Now how pretty is that? Can you imagine? Just put a sentiment on that and you could be done. But of course not. Of course not. We're going to do more. So let's glue this down. So there's no, I can't really give you a size for this. I just cut it. I had the die close to my cutter and just went, what size do I need to cut? And cut it. Alrighty, so let's just make sure that's straight. You know what I forgot to get out was the dimensionals. Let's get those. Luckily they're right beside me and almost gone. It's really a simple card. Like you could do this if you weren't like doing a video and talking, you could have this done pretty fast. And I actually did because I decided I would help with supper. And we all know that I'm not a great cook, but I can certainly cook vegetables. I can cut them and prep them and cook them, the vegetarian says. So yeah, I did that part of the meal tonight. I think that's all I did. Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, I grated a whole bunch of cheese too. Yippee. Wow, that takes talent, you know. Sarcasm. Off you go. If my hands weren't so cold, it looks like it just restuck to it. Let's get a different one. I don't know what I did there. Now you could put this on flat, but I've taken the backs off, but just raising it up just gives it even more personality. So let's get that last one off. Put this one on. Just deciding where I want it to go. I'm not considering let's have it centered or any of that, because that doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't have to be centered. It's whatever looks good to your eyes. Now we're almost done. Oh, you know, I was going to ask if you knew about this line here. Do I have a piece of paper? Well, I've got this. There's my last two dimensionals on that one. So when you're using your folder, this line, if you want everything to be nice and straight, you just line up your paper along that line and put it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Huh. Oh, I was just reading. Sorry for the delay there. I was just reading Sandy's note. If there's no skin knuckle when you grate cheese, you're a Red Seal chef. Yeah, look, nothing. Maybe it's because I knew I was doing a video. I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't usually. I hold the cheese very high. No, it doesn't matter. I hold the cheese high. Okay, so this is all I have left of. These are the 2021-2023 in color jewels. So you've got all your in colors. And I decided to use these guys in the Fresh Freesia. So, and again, I still, you know, from last week, haven't found my take your pick tool. Okay, I haven't looked for it. Have not looked for it. Let's go here. A little. Yep. And here. And we're going to go big, big. Let's go big. Look, it'll be something like the original. That is our card. It looks straight. I'm still feeling the dust. Good Lord. It's still falling. My poor lungs. Anyway, so there's the original. And unfortunately, and this is why you close your stamp pads. My card fell in the ink. So this is the original. What I had done here is, and I went, why did I do that? I used vellum and well, this is gold, and heat embossed, and then put the word on. I cut it out really close and put it on. And I went, why didn't I just do this? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't think of it. Anyway, so these colors are, let me think if I can remember, pale papaya, flirty flamingo, and a tiny, tiny little bit, oh no, just down here, of daffodil delight. I'm trying to think of where this came from. It's a whole word, something, you are fabulous. And I did put that stamp set away today. Oopsie. And what else can I tell you? That's pretty much the same. Otherwise, I didn't do the inside though, so I can't show you that one. But yeah, so there we are. So okay, those two will do. There they are. There's the card. I'll have to figure out what to do here. Put a great big bow right there. I know, ladies, I know you'll come up with something on how I can fix the mess I made. Or maybe I can't. I don't know. Yep. Never find your card laying in the, well, when you find it, you're not going to enjoy that. So, what do you think of this stamp set? It's a good challenge, isn't it? A good challenge. Like I see birthday, anniversary, just because. What else? A friend. Well, you could put any sentiment on here, really. I just chose that because I just thought it was pretty. And then this one in the gold. And that's popped up, of course. Of course. So that's my video tonight, ladies. I know we're just doing one card, but because of the heat embossing, I thought I'd best be just doing one. But awesome, awesome set. I tried numerous colors, and these guys jumped out at me. Jumped out at me. For sure. There you go. Thank you so much. Valentine's, thank you. See, I knew you would get them. I knew you would think of it. Valentine's. Oh, yes. This is in the annual catalog, which means it goes right through Valentine's Day. That would be so pretty. Awesome, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you for all your kind comments. Purposeful splatter. Yes, Sandy. I am not. Maybe that's what. Oh, I see. Yes. Meant to do that. Meant to do that. Gotcha. I'm getting it. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I am going to put all the important links up at the in the description when I'm done. My blog post will go live later tonight. It's got this card. It's got information about my BOGO. So if you missed that at the beginning, and if you missed the part about joining my newsletter, well, now you know why. What else? Stay safe, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Stay cool, too. And I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.